All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the We Play Dota 2 League. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Luminous, and we are going to cast our loser bracket round one matchup between Next.KZ, almost a forgotten relic of Dota at this point, at least for me. And it looks like a lot of new players. At least I'm not recognizing any of these names, to be totally honest. Aside from, I think, Stallcat, facing off against TCM Gaming. This is your loser bracket round one match. The loser goes home. The winner will advance to the loser bracket finals, where they will fight the loser of AL Academy versus QPED for the right to advance to second place. Lumi, is this a totally new roster for Next.KZ?
Recognized Mantis, who I think used to be the drafter and captain, and Stallcat like you. And the other three, well, not so much. So yeah, I guess mostly Liu.
Maybe different names, maybe a new roster. But they're going to go for, oh God, you would never get this draft in Asia. Magnus, Lifestealer, Lone Druid. I mean, we have seen teams get it, but very rarely, and they always win. So I like Next.KZ's draft a lot.
To be fair, I mean, the Europeans also run these kind of lineup a lot more differently, right? In the, for example, if this is LGD Int, they'll be running a mid Magnus. They'll be probably safe laning Lone Druid or swapping the both of them off and then go offensive trialing. But rarely we see that in the European scene. I mean, last game, when they got the Lifestealer Lone Druid, they jungled it. They safe laned Lone Druid. It's not something we see too often.
Yeah, I mean, LGDN, even they'll send the Lone Druid mid sometimes, but they're always about the aggressive tri-lanes. Next.KZ, I recall them being much more of a defensive team, at least back before the International 2 when they were, had their name out there as one of the top Western teams. Not sure what their style is nowadays, but we're about to find out. As for TCM Gaming, we saw them play kind of an unusual draft last game. Not the draft being unusual so much, although it was a bit. They had 4 heroes that need a lot of farm, basically. A Clockwork, a Lifestealer, I think it was a Magnus, or no, a Bat Rider, and then a safe lane Lone Druid. Will they go greedy again this time, or will they look to get aggressive? The issue is, if they wanted to be aggressive with the Prophet as the +1, they made it hard on themselves because they picked Nyx and Rubik. And as a pair, they just don't do much damage. They need levels. So TCM looking like a defensive tri-lane, and I feel that really plays directly into Next.KZ's hands.
Exactly. More towards the late game as well, because tell me what Nyx Assassin and Rubik is going to do as your supports against a Lone Druid, a Lifestealer that's going to be a tank as heck in the late game. I don't think they will do anything, so it forces TCM to get a big advantage early, and I think with Nature's Prophet you can with the +1, maybe with a little bit more mid-game global pushing as well, but they have to win that early game so much, or Next.KZ is going to roll them over just on the pair strength of the heroes.
Yeah, we could really see Next.KZ deliver the smackdown, and I like what they're doing here, banning out the Weaver, the Gyrocopter. If Next.KZ even want to go aggressive tri-lane, they maybe could. Leshrac is still in the pool. The Keeper of the Light has been banned. The Shadow Demon and the Lina have been banned. And this is the one issue for TCM is I think they're actually, sure they're banning supports, that's what Next.KZ needs, but I feel like they're very worried about the offensive tri-lane, as well they should be, because I don't think they'll win that. If something like a Leshrac +1 is there, it will be tough for them. Sure, they're defensive tri-lane. They do have Prophet who can TP in, but if Prophet's in the lane, he could be shut down completely by Lone Druid. If he's in the jungle, he may not have mana to join the fight, so we will see for TCM. They do have some global mobility, but they're going to have to make those ganks count with the Nyx and the Prophet early, or they're just going to have no way of killing these carries in the mid-game.
Yeah, anytime you TP as a Prophet and you don't get that kill, not Nature's Prophet getting a kill, but the team doesn't get the kill, you're actually wasting a ton of time if you're in the other lane or jungling or whatever the case is. So, I mean, right now, TCM trying to ban out all the supports, but you simply can't ban them all out. Like, for example, Visage would be a good addition to the lineup right now, or any other, like, Raw, Stunner, Crystal Maiden, Vengeful Spirit. There's just an infinite amount of supports in the pool left, and Next.KZ have their pickings at them. This point on. Yeah,
Anti-Mage's the final ban here, and TA, the pick, TCM. I kind of like this. I feel like this is what they need, which is they have to just find snipes. They have to pick off. They cannot fight directly. They can't go aggressive tri-lane. They're just going to need some dominant snowball play. Basically what happened to them last match.
Right, so Leshrac would be a good answer here. Not only does it lane very well. Ooh, Ogre Magi. All right, so I was saying Leshrac because Diabolic Edict is going to be a good way to blow away those shields. Well, Ignite is something that's going to be good against it as well. And let me tell you, Bloodlust plus Bear, Bloodlust plus Lifestealer, and there is a Empower on top. That's some scary-ass stuff. But right now, 4 melee heroes, nothing to it like a boss.
Where is my Ursa? Where is my Ursa, Lumi?
Unfortunately, I don't think Ursa fits well with these heroes.
But it's gonna mess everything up. They've got 4 melee heroes once the Lone Druid's in Big Bear form, and eventually he will be. Their mid game is insane. You can Bloodlust that Lone Druid Bear. It's gonna hit like an absolute truck. It can also be empowered. Lifestealer, it's not as big of a deal with him because Rage will remove all of those buffs, but if he's not raged, look out. And for Next.KZ, I imagine we'll see that ranged Lestrak. That would just be the best possible pick for them. And TCM, they go Luna.
I like this. I like this. I mean, this gives them the option for that early game snowball. And of course, once you're level 8, once you're level 7 with Luna, you have a decent level aura. And of course, you have your max beams and clips. You just push down mid. And right now, you're looking at Shockwave, which, you know, it's not exactly the best defensive spell. They could actually strike when the iron's hot. Now, TCM, I'm not sure whether they will do that, but, you know, they have the heroes that are fully capable of doing so.
Yeah, one thing with Ogre is he can't, if they go aggressive tri-lane, he can't really contest the pull. And, well, speaking of throwbacks, a throwback support here in the Venomancer is the final choice. Whoops, wrong overlay there. But I still like Next.KZ's tri-lane overall. I just think having Venomancer and Lifestealer by themselves is going to be hard to deal with, especially if you hit a gale of multiple heroes. And for TCM, they have Rubik, who's an alright hero to disengage against most tri-lanes with telekinesis, but isn't reliable versus Lifestealer. If he's just manning up, someone's already been galed and stunned. Rubik can't really save a hero like Luna in time in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and let's not forget about Ogre Magi has a very deceptively long stun casting range, and that's going to be great setting up the Gale. Of course, Open Wounds is fairly long casting range as well. The good thing about this offensive tri-lane, if they do go offensive tri-lane, is that the 2 supports are very good roamers. They could roam to the mid lane, get a gank, provided they have vision. But I'm expecting offensive tri-lane. Seems like they're going to go defensive instead. Let's quickly introduce Next.KZ. 9th Walking Jesus. I didn't know that there was 8 other ones. That's going to be playing the Venomancer. Stallcat is going to be playing Ogre Magi. Mantis. Is that Mantis? No, this is Wadafaka. All right. Playing the Lone Druid. And then we have Reeves playing Magnus. It looks like Mantis will be playing...
Well, I didn't know that Dota Cinema was entering the competitive Dota world, but apparently they are. Shout out to Reeves for what I'm sure will be some amazing Magnus play.
Is that the same Reeves? Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
So you did introduce the whole team for Next.KZ, and Mantushka looks like he probably is Mantis. The names are quite similar. Over on the side of TCM, both teams, remember guys, this is a best of 1. Loser goes home, winner has not advanced out of Group C, but will have 1 game to do it in that loser bracket finals against the loser of Ale Academy versus Q Pandas or Q-Pad Pandas. But on the side of TCM, Go Audio on the solo mid Templar Assassin, Wern on the off-lane Prophet, maybe even going to jungle. We'll see what he ends up doing. Blueberry Ninja on the Rubik, Ives, the Standard, playing the next Assassin. Last but not least, the Korean Zombie on the Luna.
Korean Zombie was getting some big entangles last game, so...
Well, there's not much luck to be had with... Actually, there is. Eclipse Splash, Eclipse, like, unit targeting. So, yeah. Maybe he'll get lucky with that, too.
Maybe he will, but he's going to have a very easy time laning this one. He's going to be up against Magnus, who can be okay. He's got Skewer 1, but he really can't challenge these 2 supports. And I'd imagine the support's going to have a grand old time pulling and farming, and Luna should have no trouble lasting under the tower.
I feel like Next.KZ would be better off going aggressive. It's not that they can't win playing defensively, but Lone Druid can easily handle a Prophet 1v1. Magnus does fine against a TA. He doesn't win the lane, but a well-timed smoke gank from Ogre, from Veno, if they have Dust or Sentries, they can kill that TA if they want to. And I just think their tri-lane's flat out better, but they'll play it defensively, and it's not bad by any means.
They're doing Mantis Lifestealer mid, bottle first. Look at him saving that goal. This is something we don't see too often. Hastring gets picked up here by the Next.KZ supports. Do they have those detection? Yeah, they have Sentry Wards. So a very easy, it looks like Sentry Ward being dropped down on the mid lane very prematurely for Go Audio to make sure that there is no Sentry Ward. But he's going to have a very rude surprise coming for him right now.
Are they going to dual lane him? Oh, they are. This also reminds me of that time before the International. Oh, we saw that. Oh, they're going in right now. Inside of... Oh, Gale is going to hit. He didn't take Meld at level 1. He won't die to this, I don't think, but he's going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, here comes Ogre.
Oh, God. He's got a haste. Yeah, first blood. Clubbed in the face. Roaming Ogre, dual lane mid. What is this game? This is not my recent Dota 2 metagame, but I'm loving it.
I'm loving it indeed as well. There's a ward being dropped defensively on their side of the hill. Hopefully it doesn't get killed by that Centaur in the mid lane. They could go again right now. Lift is used. They could go right now.
Yeah, you really want to save that lift to disengage. You don't want to throw it out casually. You're not killing the lifestealer with this lane. There's just no potential for that. Whereas Next.KZ have tons of kill potential. Ogre after the first blood. Stallcat, he'll go back and start pulling bottom. Reeves not being kept out of the lane whatsoever, although he's not really farming a whole lot, but that's okay. And then the safe lane lone druid just left to his own devices, and anybody should be happy trading a safe lane lone druid for a jungle prophet. That's always going to be a favorable trade, unless you really unless you're just bad at last hitting.
Yeah, especially with the Ogre Magi pulling it up. Ogre Magi, a hero that needs a ton of farm, a ton of level, and that's why as a support that he's never seen, because he's really he needs too much going correctly for him to work, and you can't get away with too much.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know that he needs a lot of farm, but he really, he needs some mana regen, so either a hero like Keep of the Light, or maybe the Arcane Boots, but the big thing is the levels, because you really want to max all of his spells, aside, honestly, multicast, even though it's the fun spell, the one that everyone will try to level up in pubs.
The skill spell?
Yeah, the skillful spell is, the least important spell in his arsenal. The other three are so big, though, and you really want to have them all maxed, especially with Lone Druid and Lifesteal on your team. You would love to have them max Bloodlust, just charging after everyone.
Oh, Blueberry Ninja eating about 1,000 nukes. He is going to lift, toss him back. Maybe not. Tower actually doing a significant amount of damage. They're going to get a kill on Mantis.
No rage. They're giving up 2 for this. This will be the death of Ninth Walking Jesus. Not the most polished tower dive.
I can't help but chuckle when you say that.
What? Oh, the Ninth Walking Jesus. I was like, I didn't say anything wrong. What did I say? Oh, wait. You know what's funny? We didn't even see Nature's Prophet in that fight. Warren's just jungling right now. And
he don't need to. He's getting that EXP. Filling that quota right now.
So Luna is having a bit of trouble in this top lane because Rubik rotated mid. Nyx Assassin cannot zone a Magnus out of the lane by himself, and Reeves has been putting a lot of pressure on that Luna. Only 12 and 5 on the Korean Zombie, and a lot of it is just the fact that the Rubik had to come in.
Yeah, and I think with that kind of double kill being picked up and a ward being destroyed now, very lucky pickup here for TCM. Before the ward just ran out, Luna Mao does get a kill on Reeve, and to be honest, the reason they get the kill is IVZ was very, very good job in mono burning him constantly, so no skewer back out. TP came in from Wern and they got that kill. But yeah, back in the mid lane, it's going to be Boots and Bottle being picked up, and suddenly Templar Assassin gets a lot more difficult to kill.
Yeah, Ninth Walking Jesus. And now I'm even contributing to the problem. But yeah, once you have level 2 Poison Sting, level 1 Poison Sting won't remove refraction charges, I believe. And is it the same for Gale? I want to say it is as well. It's just below the damage threshold. But once you get both to 2, they just chew through that refraction, no problem.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's level 4, which could be somewhat dangerous if TCM decides to go for a very early push. You want those wards. But unfortunately, I'm not sure what a TCM could want to go for it. They can. They definitely can.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. I think I misspoke there. I believe the Venomous Scale will chew through it at level 1, but it's the Poison Stain that starts off with not enough damage. As we see, bottom lane, Wern gets caught out. He went for that bottom rune. Actually, he teleported in to try and grab it. Unfortunately, Next.KZ went to check it as well and throws his own life away. So the Jungle Prophet had the Gloves of Haste as the TP, but now has a death to his name. Not the most polished game, but pretty entertaining at that.
Yeah, definitely entertaining. Reeves poking his head out, trying to get some EXP. Here comes a creep wave. He's going to definitely get some EXP. If IVZ don't mono burn, they do actually impale on him. Meanwhile, mid lane gets a killing spree, and Reeves should be making out fine.
Reeves will skewer away. That low-level skewer does not really move you very far. And the dual lane mid, I really feel like this lane is much stronger for Next.KZ, but Venomancer just getting caught out of position. Didn't have the backup at the time, and he'll pay again.
Yeah.
Venomancer Lifestealer just beats TA Rubik in my book, but we're not seeing it.
I feel like there's definitely a lot of ample opportunity for TCM, or for Next.KZ to engage, especially when Blueberry Ninja is throwing out those lifts kind of carelessly. But they haven't really capitalized it on the right timing, and the other times when they're trying to get those kills are diving past the tower, which, you know, Lifesteal is not that tank, especially without the Stout Shield. Did he go for a quick bottle build? He's only got boots and nowhere near that bottle, unless he's bottle crawling, which he is.
Yeah, he's bottle crowing, so it's on the courier at the moment. We'll be coming back soon. Rotation to the middle lane, smoked up Nyx Assassin. Score's now 3-4, quite even in terms of gold as well as experience. Looks like they won't find this kill, at least not yet. As I say that, Mantis thinks about going in. Stallcat smoked as well. Both supports are smoked and just chilling here. Oh no. Nyx is going to reveal them while the action happens mid. The initiation goes in. Mantis on the run. Does he have a Quelly Blade? Does he have any tangos? He does not. The Sprout, not there. I think they would have gotten the kill. Gale will come through, hits 3. Actually misses the TA. I think she meld dodged, I guess.
It's just in here, yeah.
And that's it.
I think what the TA wanted to do was wait for the Rage to run out and then blow that trap and basically get a very safe kill. But Rage is lasting, you know, a ton of time. Meanwhile, Haystring gets picked up here. Is he going to go for that top kill? He does have Skewer, but Skewer does not do... Well, he doesn't even anymore. That's a free kill right there.
He dead. Reeves is going to take a fall here. And TCM picking up steam in the mid game. Next.KZ, they had that early first blood mid. It looked like the lanes were going to favor them. The good news is Lone Druid is just free farming. He's got a Midas. It looks like he just used it. You should really switch it back to your hero before you actually use it so you get additional experience. As Nyx Assassin...
he has to use it. It's on cooldown. Why is he not using it?
Yeah, it's available. Not using it yet. Maybe he wants to go take a jungle creep with it. We'll have to see, but... Yeah, I mean, this Midas, he's had it for about 100 seconds. Now like 110. So he's had it since, what, the 5-minute mark? Or approximately? Yeah, like around that.
Midas!
Where's Midas reminder? Alright, there you go. And he
Okay.
switches it back to his hero. Good play. A little bit slow on the Midas, but no big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's getting fat. That is the trade.
Well, you know, that is the trade indeed. Mantis going to be going back to jungle. Venomancer getting some levels as well. Also, another reason that we don't see Venomancer too much nowadays is that his level 1... Like, the reason that you picked Venomancer before is that his level 1 is almost unparalleled to any support. They have nerfed that because Venomascale gets, I think, a lot higher mana cost now. It costs.
Yeah, the mana cost is just much higher. That was the nerf.
Yeah.
It's still good. It's equally good in the early level with clashes, but he's just not as good in the tri-lanes because you can't really spam it. Sure, you can have a hero like Keeper of the Light, but then you have 2 supports with no stuns. And I mean, he didn't have a stun, but he made up for that with his just absolute laning dominance. But now, if you pick him, he needs a lot of clarity potions. When Gale's on cooldown, he doesn't offer as much, and his level 2 is really not that amazing. It's all about burst damage. Heroes like Shadow Demon setting up a follow-up stun. And also, it's about the Plague Wards, but Plague Wards just don't do much against heroes like Nyx Assassin, or not Nyx Assassin, Lifestealer, a Lone Druid Bear. It's not.
good.
It's not going to help you at all against the Gyrocopter either. It's not going to block any auto or nukes coming out for the Rocket Barrage. So I feel like he just doesn't fit with a lot of the carries we see nowadays either.
Yeah, good luck with your flimsy wards against a big bad bear that's coming down with Armlet and Maelstrom and all that stuff. So.
And against TCM's lineup, they're not really built around pushing, so the wards, up mid lane, onto our Venomancer will go again. He gets lifted up, he gets thrown back, and all of a sudden, the first blooded TA is on a mega kill, 5-1. How did that happen?
Well, when you feed two kills under the tower to the TA, TA could definitely snowball out of control. Reeves now going to mid lane. Like, this is becoming a huge issue here. They can't even stop this TA, and faces up. You can start ganking all over the map now.
You lane mid. No, you lane mid. No, you deal with Go Audio. Now nobody wants to deal with him. He's a beast.
Mantis already did. She went to the jungle, and then, you know, Veno took the fall, and now Mantis going up top, but you can't stop this Luna. Luna's level 8.
Yeah, Luna's fat. Nyx is almost level 6. And they do have a reasonably... I mean, it's a Lifestealer. He doesn't need a whole lot of farm, so I think it's not the end of the world that his CS isn't that good and that he's died a lot. Lone Druid is huge. Went for the early Midas, now going back for the arm. It's still a solid K gold out of TCM. I would like to see TCM gank him. Once Nyx hits level 6, they have everything they need. Prophet ultimate, Nyx ultimate, and then of course just say any other one hero. Probably your TA, but could even be the Luna if you want. And they can kill him and go for a tower. So I think ganking Watafka is going to be pretty important over the next few minutes.
Well, the thing is, there is a very nice ward right in the top lane, so they will see it coming. So Luna shouldn't be ganked, or if he is ganked, he is going to have the TP support coming his way. Do they have TP available? Blueberry Ninja does not have one, and meanwhile the rest of the team is looking at the bot lane, so Luna could actually take the fall here as he blocks himself in a very awkward stroke.
It'll be Lone Druid that they initiate upon first. He eats a Meld Crit, but he's still tanky. He gets that GG root. They need to bring down Go Audio quickly. They'll actually focus on Ice, who is not level 6 yet. He's like 1 creep away. He'll die first. Now our Prophet tries to TP out. Cannot be stopped from doing so. They do lose a Nyx, but that's it. And now Go Audio runs right by Hasted Reeves. And Reeves just says, hello.
Hi, I see creeps on the bot lane. Screw the hero kill.
Gotta steal them creeps from our Lone Druid.
Yep, Lone Druid has Midas, don't need creeps. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane here, pressure being put up by Blueberry Ninja, who, by the way, it's level 7. It's pretty fun for a support Rubik.
And he was not exactly having a strong start to this game, but, well, how many assists does he have now? 4 assists, only 1 death. It's turned around for him well, and Next.KZ... I still feel Next.KZ, despite having some bad engagements, are in a pretty good position this game, though, just because of their lineup, but... they're going to have to tighten the ship. If they play like this the rest of the way, that's too much against TCM. TCM's lineup is good if you're sloppy, if you get caught out of position. But if Next.KZ can kind of just play more effectively and play together, I think they'll still have the edge in the upcoming clashes.
Yeah, that I definitely agree with. Go Audio gonna finish the camp in the jungle for that Blink Dagger. And my question is, what exactly is he gonna do with that Blink? Normally you could gank, that's the most obvious choice, but look at the hero that he's going to be ganking. Magnus with a Skewer, Lone Druid who's going to be tanky enough, and maybe even get a return kill if he has a root. And of course, Lifestealer is fairly tanky as well, so maybe you just, pressure with the Blink, not exactly go for full-out ganks, and use that Blink to help you get the tower kills. I know that sounds very counterintuitive, but you definitely could get tower kills with Blinks.
Yeah, the other option is just go Yasha, which is pretty much the better split-pushing item in general. Blink's not bad, because it just gives you the escapability, but... or escape mechanism. I don't think escapability is actually a word, but I say it anyway. I think the Yasha is probably the way to go if you want to split push, but it's not... A Blink Dagger wouldn't be bad by any means. You have Prophet, you have Nyx. You could maybe find some kills. It's not like Next.KZ have been flawless with their positioning this game.
Sure, that's fair. There's a Blink Dagger being delivered. He has an Invis rune as well, so it'd be go time. And that's exactly what we're going to see.
It's go time. He gets the Blink, and then he TPs to the bottom lane. Sitting a little bit low in terms of mana. But he has those bottle charges. They'll deploy a Sentry Ward in the lane to make sure nobody has been spotted, and now they're going to rotate into the jungle. But Next.KZ, they're all the way top. And Ogre Magi, no points of Bloodlust, yes, so the real strength of this Lone Druid won't come until later, as he's opting to max both of his nukes.
Yeah, Stallcat really needs level, and speaking of Lone Druid, well, he knows he's there.
I don't think Mantis is the one you want, but maybe if they get the Impale. He rages in time, though, and now he's going to be on the run. TA, chasing. We need an Infest. Get me away, Lone Druid. Get me away. He infests in the nick of time, and now the Entangle will come. Can they turn this one around? There's your long-range lob, your Skewer in, your Shockwave to fly as well, and go Audio. Oh boy, this Ogre is just man-fighting against everyone. He runs in. He tosses out his Fire Blast, and TCM are like, get me out of here, man. That is a nasty little creature on its way. Skewer's cooling down. They will escape. And it's like we talked about. Lone Druid Lifestealer. Just any other carries just die there. But these two live through it and turn it around.
Yeah, or they live long enough until the team comes in. Korean Zombie doing the correct thing is split pushing, making them pay one way or another. Sure, they don't get the hero kill, but they're going to take a ton of damage out of that tier 2. Look at Luna actually peeking out here. Uh-oh, going to be in a little bit of trouble. Helmet down. He should just TP out immediately after he got... Oh, he's going to TP out now, which it's not going to be too bad. He's going for a Helm of Dominator. Is he stacking Ancients?
He has been.
Yes, he is.
He has been, yeah. He needs to go heal Centaur, though. As after you stack it a few times, the Centaur is one of the better stacking creeps because it has higher base move speed. Or move speed with the aura, so... It can actually... It takes less auto attack damage, but it's low enough that it may die to this... If not this stack, then the one after it. So we'll see if he needs to send it back. But for the meantime, it's doing a lot of stacking. And TCM can clear the stacks quickly. Luna doesn't even need to do it herself. She's got TA who can tank them and do a lot of damage, and Prophet who can. And if TCM get this tier 1 bottom, they may look towards Roche soon.
Yeah, I'm just very curious in the fact that Luna is not pushing with the team. She's so good as a pushing carry. But they're going to say, alright, the rest of the team, you guys do your thing. I'm going to farm up and make sure I can carry you guys late.
I'm not really sure that this is the optimal build from TCM as far as the Prophet goes. He's gone for the mechanism, but I feel like their lineup is just better suited to just out-split push Next.KZ, and mech is more something you get if you just want to take the fights head-on, and I'm not sure that they're really equipped to do that, so we will see. It's a pretty decently fast mech at that, but...
I mean, they have Eclipse. That's definitely a very good kind of heads-on team fight,
well...
But at the same time, first of all, he's not fighting with team, but also at the same time, you're going into Lone Druid and Lifestealer, which is not exactly, you know, pushover. And speaking of pushovers, that Ogre Magi is definitely, again, man fighting on the front lines as well.
Eclipse does not do much against Lone Druid Bear. Lone Druid is one of the better counters.
Sure,
or
definitely.
not counters, but difficult heroes for Luna to deal with.
And here we go. Speaking of heads-up fight,
oh,
that's
God.
exactly what. Oh, nice, nice 3-man Impale. But where is the follow-up? There's no follow-up. Where's the Eclipse? Eclipse is coming in, but it's hitting nothing but creeps or bears. And Korean Zombie's gonna get RP. He's done. right after.
Stolen by Rubik, thrown the other way, and now TCM in trouble. You're entangling Go Audio. Sentry Ward deployed. Go Audio still live though. He'll wand up, he'll refract up. He gets it rooted again. That root is too strong. And now our Bear on the run, our Ogre on the run. In comes an additional Gale. Lifestealer is so low, he pops out, he will fall. The stolen RP winning the fight for TCM, and they're gonna get 4 heroes. Triple kill for our Prophet, and hey, the mech really paid off. Who was I to question it? You gotta say, though, the stolen RP is really what made the difference there.
The stolen RP and Warren coming in with the mech, gets a couple of key last hits, is gonna survive and get the Midas. Don't walk back to base, Warren! You're losing value! Yeah, turn around. Go Jungo.
I'm like looking around my room, like, who is this guy and why is he yelling at me? But it's just Lumi yelling at Warren. All in a day's work.
Yo, man, gotta get that Midas value.
It's true. I mean, Midas efficiency is... There's actually a guy, I don't know if you've met him on Twitch TV, but he just comes into stream chats. I actually don't know if he still does it. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he will tell you as soon as your Midas is on cooldown, and he'll start keeping track of how many seconds you waste. So,
I love it.
Midas efficiency guy. That's his job.
You're welcome to the Luminous Inverse stream as I get 20-minute Midas, and you tell me how inefficient my Midas uses. But in any case, this game is a very early Midas, and I mean... Despite losing that team fight, how do you feel about Lone Druid as well as his friend Lifestealer's chances of carrying this game?
It's not that Next.KZ is out of it. It's just that TCM, they're starting to get the advantage. IVZ is going to actually dodge away from that Gale. But still, the Shockwave, the Skewer come in. He'll drop the Spike Carapace. He's still on the run. The stolen RP, they'll get to use it once more in about 20 seconds if it comes to a fight. The pickoff is there for Watavka. He never actually died in the last fight. To go back to your question, I still think Next.KZ has the better lineup, but not if RP is getting stolen. Then I think it really is anyone's fight.
Yeah. Also, maybe a little bit disagreeing to what you say. I feel like Templar Assassin, the build that she went for is not exactly going to be effective this game. It's going to be fairly good at split pushing. Yasha's also good at split pushing, but having the mobility to get away from any gang is not bad. But is split pushing the path to victory here, to be honest?
You can't fight into Next.KZ head-on unless you steal RP. I just don't see it. Yeah, they stole last fight, but eventually Leicester will have some real items. Sure, it might take him a while. He's got the drums down. Now he can work towards the next one. Eventually, Lone Druid's going to have an Assault Cuirass, and then you're going to die. You're not going to kill him. The RP will come out. They'll get you at least 1 or 2 if all goes well, and then they'll just kill you with that Lone Druid Bear in a matter of seconds. This build from the Luna is built to farm. I mean, you go Helm of the Dominator, stack Ancients, farm Ancients. They're going to go for Roche here. I think for TCM, they're really just better suited to split push. It might be hard to win that way, but the alternative is just not going to work.
Well, we do see IVZ finding Skullcat. That's going to be a free kill. He's going to go for it. Might pay for it, but...
Thank you for your gold.
Well, he's running. He's juking. Is he going to make it out alive? He is. He's going to just TP
Don't
out.
RP that. I'll skewer.
Right. Well, that's fine. Trading 1 for 1. Meanwhile, your team getting the Roshan and perhaps even the Bear. That Bear's on the run right now, but Go Audio has Mel, so should be able to pick that one off. There you go, Mel. Man, that Bear's
no
tank as
traps.
hell.
Doesn't have the mana for it. Now the Bear can be recalled.
Yep.
Will be.
Midas, don't forget.
All right, Lumi. Here we go onto the top lane. Onto Wern. Will there be a root? Will there be a root? They don't even need the root. Also, we haven't seen the full synergy when Bloodlust and Power leveled up, and that makes the physical damage potential of Next.KZ absolutely insane. Something TCM don't have. They don't really have that. They have a Luna who gives a little bit of extra damage to the team, but that's nothing compared to Empower and as well as Bloodlust, and especially when you have the Lone Druid Bear.
Yeah, definitely. That kill on Prophet also was a big thing because that's a tier 1 tower for free and perhaps even a tier 2. Glyph is going to be used to delay this. Meanwhile, Luna, again, doing the correct thing on the mid lane, split pushing it up. I mean, she's going to have her BKB very soon. Although, double TP comes down.
Can still be rooted, can still be bashed. Can still just be mashed down. We'll see. Luna needs more. She's going to need... I think this is one of those games where you need to go full TC Luna. Just get 4, 5, 6 slotted, and then maybe they could take it late. But mid-game, I still feel Next.KZ, the ones who should have the command here. But if there's a proper split push, then you never get those fights you're looking for. The Bear will be sprouted up, unable to move. The chase will end. Meanwhile, Mantushka gets caught. They kill off the Lifestealer. Again, it's always the Nyx starting with the Impale, and then the burst damage comes while he's stunned. Not able to rage there. He will die. So the Lifestealer continuously dying this game.
A little bit of slow reaction. I mean, the Vendetta hit came out first, so he had time to in theory, drop that rage, but unfortunately was unable to do so. It looks like they're going to try to chase down Blueberry Ninja. And
nice jokes.
Yeah, playing like a ninja right now, but that bear is gaining on you. He's quick. Force staff outward here from Worm Mech up here.
Meanwhile, on the back lines of the fight, Venomance are going to take a fall. Go Audio picks him off. The tower dies mid to the creeps, and TCM are just really having the better split push as we see. Watafka, he chased too far. He'll get picked off. He overextends. He will go down. Now a Bleak RP. Now a Skewer. A Shockwave. But where's that follow-up? My Kingdom for a lone druid that's not dead. In comes the Ogre Magi, but TA on the back lines doing the dirty work. Reeves will fall. Stallcat giving chase. We're going to TP out. They're all going to live, aren't they? It just has that feel about it. Stallcat, he'll die as well. Just getting utterly outplayed and just outgamed in these fights. TCM just doing work right now. Next.KZ, where is the teamwork? Where is the communication? It feels like they're just all playing their own solo game.
Yeah, I mean, drafts and picks and heroes be damned, but when you feed one by one like that, it don't matter what the enemy team has. They will take your towers and gain a big goal lead. 12 to 16 right now, but the goal lead very much so in the favor of the Dire team. And I don't think Luna, in normal situation, outcarries a Lone Druid and Lifestealer, but if you give her this kind of gold and she has an early BKB, she is going to be able to go that quote-unquote full TC build, as you say it.
What's amazing is just Lone Druid is still ahead in terms of net worth by a lot, but it doesn't feel like it at this point. He's gone. Because a lot of that's tucked away in the Midas, which, well, oh, there, that's why. Hyperstone is up on the bear. Okay, he's farther ahead than I thought he was, but...
Wait, real fast, is Lone Druid, did he not use his level 2 ultimate?
No, he skilled it up.
Okay, he just changed back his human form and then back to the bear form. He was sitting at 1,000 HP before, I think.
Oh, that's something worth noting, is when you level up true form, you have to go back into your range form and then back again to actually get the bonus HP and armor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did that. So his HP was looking a little bit too low. I'm not a Lone Druid player myself, so I'm not sure exactly at the HP level, but he looked pretty low.
Look at this bear. That's a lot of gold. Once they get the Assault Cuirass, I do think they're going to be in good shape. Still, Next.KZ, it's going to be very hard for TCM to actually break the base, and they have to be careful about it. They're up by 10,000 gold, they're up by 12,000 experience, but they're a lineup that really needs to be ahead.
I mean, they're doing quite all right.
They
right
are. They are. Yeah. But they really can't. This is the kind of lineup that we've seen time and again take a big fight at the enemy base, get 4 or 5 men RP'd, get wiped, and then all of a sudden the game does turn around. So they'll have to play it carefully.
Yeah. Let's not forget about Warren. I mean, he definitely could be your team semi-carry. A lot of profits, even starting like, you know, with Mech and Force Staff. You play your team's utility, but you raff your nature a couple times and suddenly you have a pile of gold. So definitely could add a DPS item, whether it's a Desolator or a Maelstrom or even a Scythe of Ice, and definitely be a big part of that DPS dealing team.
Smoke up on Go Audio. He's got his Mansa style complete. And he's got the Aegis. This is a great time for them to fight. You'd love to see him initiate the fight, force out a bad RP, try to burst down that Magnus, hook your teeth into him, and then go. And here comes the backlines. There's no sentry wards. There doesn't seem to be any detection. Oh, no. TA jumps in. Focusing Reeves, the perfect hero to focus. He'll get off the RP. It was stolen, however, by our Rubik. Will he pop it? He 4 steps away. He wants to save it for a rainy day. The Eclipse from the sidelines. The Korean zombie is low. The Bear's tanking it, but is it going to be enough? The Nyx comes in. He gets one. Look at the Bear. Still running for his life. They get rid of the Aegis too, but now the Sprout is here, and now the stolen RP could look to be used in a matter of seconds. It's not even needed. They lose 3. What a great fight from TCM, and where were the sentries there? If you're going to push against Nyx, you need them. You just need them. They actually... did they have a gem? They had a gem, but I guess they just didn't see the backstab until the last moment, so...
Not anymore.
Never mind that. They did have... oh, no, sorry, that's the next... Yeah, I guess they had the gem, but they just didn't see him in time, so... My bad. They had detection, just wasn't enough.
Second time of the day, we see teams learning how to deal with the Lone Druid Lifestealer combo. You cannot fight them head-on. Just too much HP, too much tank, too quick as well. And then you just smoke them with the back. And of course, I love the Templar Assassin jumping in like that. Just throwing her body on the line. And she didn't even die, so very good play. It looked pretty bad, because Lone Druid was able to get, I think, 2 kills when he was at low HP, but it wasn't enough.
And the thing that Go Audio did really well there was just focus the mag and force him to RP right away, which not only set up the Rubik RP steal, which, by the way, he still has, but... I mean, also just ensured that the Magnus didn't get off his ideal RP, and something they will want to continue to do in the upcoming fights.
How much were they able to get out of that actual one engagement, right? They just got tier 2. I think tier 2 was down already, so when it's all said and done, they just got like 2 extra kills. How big I'm not sure how big that actually is.
It keeps their map control up. I mean, now with those kills, they can push out the lanes. Next.KZ, they don't have RP, so they have to be defensive. It's not a game-winning fight, but I think it just continues to solidify their advantage.
Sure, that's definitely the case here. Blueberry Ninja with the Force Staff, being able to farm a little bit more forward here. He's looking for that Gold Scepter, and that's really going to cement him as a way to deal with these two big carries. Korean Zombie looking for the Manta Style, a way to get out of that route very easily. And of course, what is Wern going for? I'm not sure.
Wern sitting on 4,000 gold? I think you just get Sight the Vice. Or you can go Orchid. That will also ruin the Magnus, as he's not going BKB. He's trying to build the mechanism. I don't even think it's worth building a mech at this point. It's just not going to do much. There's so much burst on TCM. I'd much rather... I mean, either the BKB or even just work towards a refresher for me. But, well, he's got the... For the moment, he's sitting on a buckler, and... They're really feeling hemmed in, and that means the next Roche is likely to go the way of TCM unless we see a smoke gank. And now it gets hard to find the big RPs. Next.KZ's lineup was really built around just pushing his 5 once they get the core items up. You know, going for the big blink bombs with the Lifestealer, the Lone Druid just sieging the towers down. This is not a lineup... It's a lineup that can turtle, but they'll get out farm doing so. And if TCM just continue like this for 15-20 minutes, I think it'll be very hard for Next.KZ to come back into the game.
Next.KZ trying to get a gank on the bot. I think they do see him though. I don't really hate the mech, especially when you're kind of losing these team fights that you should be winning right now. The plus armor is actually pretty nice, especially against the Templar Assassin. But when your Magnus is the one that's building the mech, things are not going too well.
The thing is, though, if TA just jumps in and meld crits you, and the Luna's got a couple items, drops the Eclipse, you may not even get the mech off. And,
sure, that's fair.
And even if you do, it's the amount of damage TCM is putting out. I feel like the utility items, like the Ghost Scepter you talked about, the Force Devs, or even working towards Sight the Vice, Yule Scepter, these sorts of things are probably going to be more effective against TCM, just to kind of kite them, live through the initial barrage, and let the Lone Druid do the work. We'll see.
There's that first level of Bloodlust being picked up, and
yeah, he's really under-leveled.
That's all you really need, and any other level he gets beyond this is just gravy. 10% increase attack speed and movement speed, or 20% increase in attack speed and 10% in MS. That's really a big deal.
Yeah, level 1 is pretty good on it, but you do want to level it up. I mean, yeah. Like you said, he's level dependent, and he's not really getting the levels right now. Magnus will TP on top. He's also only got level 2 in power, but they're going to look to go here. Oh, go audio. If they had detection, you are in a lot of trouble. Sentry Ward is deployed. RP is thrown, but he's out of range of the Sentry. It was stolen as well by Blueberry Ninja. He'll come in. He'll RP both. He'll save go audio and likely throw his own life away in the process. He already used his 4-step. He even turns around to throw out a retaliatory fade, but will still take a fall. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're just going for the counter push. Unfortunately, Lone Druid's here. So a small victory for Next.KZ.
Not sure why the Dire team didn't go in up the hill and try to get a little bit of pushing going on. RP is down, I guess, respecting the power of that bear. That bear still does a ton of damage. So they're saying, you know what, can't push. Let's farm your jungle, back off, make sure that we still get our stack pull going on. Speaking of stack pull, Luna did not re-dominate a creep. Should be doing that and making sure that they are still leading the farm. Again, this is a quote-unquote flimsy lead. They're leading by a large amount, but it doesn't take too much for the Radiant to win a team fight and start getting all these towers. Oh, by all these towers, the last two tier 2, and start making a comeback.
Yeah, there's only the tier 2 top remaining, so it's just the one, but still, TCM, they're going for Aegis, they'll get it with ease, and that allows them to take those fights, even if they don't execute perfectly. We saw it last time, they had the Aegis, they got a few kills, now all the tier 2s are down. They win another fight, they get that last tier 2, maybe they break your base. They give it to the TA, she'll be the initiator in these upcoming fights. They also have Luna, a great hero to just siege the base, and Next.KZ, they don't have much counter push. It's really just Shockwave.
Yep. Sight the Vice is going to be the item of choice here. He's got that finish, so man, just really, really rich people on the Dire squad.
Really, really rich people. Your premier commentary by Beyond the Summit.
Thank you.
There you go. Lumi on his A game right now. Me as well.
Look, it's been a long day, man. It's been a long day.
Hey, we're not done yet. We got 2 games after this.
We do. It's going to be the winner of this. No, it's going to be AL Academy versus QPad Panda. And then the last game of the day is going to be the winner of this match versus the loser of the next match.
Correct. You got it. It's actually a very simple format if you just look at it as a double elimination bracket, where your winner bracket champions are first place and your loser bracket champions are second. When you try to explain it verbally, somehow it feels much more complicated.
It really is. I personally love the format. That's how GSL, I believe, is ran. And
yeah, there's no meaningless games. Every game affects your ability to advance, and it means that you don't have round robin with 6 games where you get to that last game and it's the 2 teams that are 0-2 with no chance to advance. The other teams are 2-0. You don't have that with this format, so I'm really a big fan of it.
Yep. All right, Dire is going to be mounting a push, but the entire team is ready. Entire team minus the Lone Druid as he is split defending by himself.
I don't think they should not even be thinking about a fight without him.
Definitely, I agree.
They have no tier 2 either. Well, they do, but I mean, it's really low, and I mean, there's no Lone Druid there, so I would like to see the back, and it looks like they will.
Wern, I'm seeing that Midas on CD.
Also seeing the Lone Druid Midas was on CD earlier. It has been used since then, though. Tier 2 will take a fall. Just defending your base, the key thing is going to be can Blueberry Ninja be a total beast like he has every other fight in Steel RP? If he can't, and Next.KZ get a good one, they'll defend with ease. This bear is just going to have a field day. Look at it now. Multicast it up. The big panda bear on the hunt. This thing is a don't be fooled by its cute looks.
Definitely looks very cute and cuddly. He gives you the big high fives.
Look at that! It's not even a max bloodlust yet. It's only level 1.
The thing for me is how good the RP is for the rating side. I mean, sure, you're talking about the Rubik stealing the RP, but sure, you can steal the RP, but if 3 people is dead on the Dire side, I'm not sure how much that stolen RP means.
And they also don't have a bear with cleave. Sure, they have Luna Glaives. That's not as good with an empowered bear who also is attacking incredibly fast and moving like lightning. Looking for a backstep here from that panda. It's going to lead the way. He'll actually come in for the backside. Where's that RP? It's currently, well, we have Lifestealer top. They're giving up a lot of damage on this tower to push the top lane out.
Yeah. A little bit of slow reaction coming out. The bear's going to run forward. Does he have buyback? I mean, his bear is going to be very worried about the life there as well because he's working with a very limited amount of summons. About like 1,000 HP, I want to say, went down on that tower, and definitely not worth whatever they were trying to do.
This is smart execution from TCM. Profit pushing top, he can always TP and join the fight bottom. I really like this, and Next.KZ, they're infesting the Magnus. It was spotted out, I believe. The Rax is probably going to die here soon. Nyx has joined the fight. He's blinked in, but he'll get entangled. He is going to just melt the big RP. Not so big after all. It was also stolen. It's thrown back out. It holds the Lifestealer there. But look at this bear. This bear is too much. Korean zombie is melted. Now on the word. I don't think they can deal with this bear, to be totally honest. It will be pulled back in, and now it's onto the TA. It's a bear on a parade. It's a panda monster massacre. It actually has to go heal real quickly, but there's still a resummon. And I'll just resummon it now. No time to waste. They'll come back out of the fight. If it gets an entangle on anyone, they're just dead. Yeah,
I really dislike Wern's TP. He was up top. He teleported back down, dropped the mech, and maybe Siphon Vice and force F somebody. But if he stayed up top there, would have at least got a tier 3 tower, perhaps done a significant amount of damage to that Rex, if not even killed it. So I don't think by adding him to the fight, at this point, he doesn't do enough damage to really kind of carry the fight on his own, not against that bear. So I think he could have just do the split push a little bit better.
And the thing is, even if he dies top, he makes sure that it's probably going to take the Magnus to kill him, because that's their only reliable stun. You need Lone Druid bottom. Ogre's not going to lumber up there. He's just too immobile to get back to the fight in time. As the
and like, whoever solo comes up to you, you just hex him, and then you keep attacking, or
just run away and waste their time. Yeah, and on all 5 in one lane, that's where Next.KZ are at their best, because that's where they can hit the RP and then cleave away on you.
Right, and this is also where Venomancer really needs to, for example, max play words instead of Venomous Scale, because play work by himself could actually defend okay against Nature's Prophet. So, especially when there's split pushing like this.
Next.KZ is feeling rather confident. 4 or 5 heroes grouped up bottom. They're going to look for a tier 2 in that lane. They want to get the lanes pushed out, I imagine, just to get some map control back their way. Roche is not coming for 5 minutes, but eventually it will. But it's very hard against Nature's Prophet. Wern looks like a BKB or a Desolator next for him. Desolator might be the way to go, just for some additional minus armor. They'll actually smoke. And, well, there's just Ninth Walking Jesus slithering his way down.
Well, he will blink back out. IVZ, oh, he's found, but he made it out there.
Meanwhile, top lane, this is like the most obvious smoke gank of your life. And they'll back off. That's okay though, Lone Druid is continuing to farm. As mentioned, eventually Luna can deal with this once she has insanely strong glaives. You know, say the Butterfly, the Mansa, maybe that additional item, the MKB. the Daedalus, whatever it might be. But she still needs a bit more before she'll really be at full strength. And wow, an Eye of Skady on Go Audio. Not a common item for TA. In fact, I've never seen this. But
yeah, Mantis barely TPs out. I say barely because, you know, you never know. The minus armor does a ton of damage, especially with Templar Assassin. And Trap gets thrown out kind of carelessly. I don't know. I mean, the fact that Next.KZ is leading by, you know, kill. Well, not even leading by kill. They won the last team fight. The Go is significantly in the favor of Dire. I feel so dangerous playing with exposed Raxus against Nature's Prophet and Luna. Have you seen Luna glaives against Raxus? It's like, it's not fair.
Yeah, it's hard to defend once she gets big enough. She just sends the illusions in, and your supports take massive damage trying to get in range of the Raxus to throw out spells to defend. And they don't have Plague Wards, like you said, so not something they can rely on. At a certain point, they won't matter, but they would have been helpful through a lot of this. You can put the Plague Wards in one lane. That'll help deal with the Prophet. TCM, they're keeping all the lanes pushed in. I think if they roll this correctly, just split push, they have enough of a map control that they can just outfarm Next.KZ and then look to end the game. Probably in like 10-15 minutes when they have a Luna that's 4, 5, 6 slotted. We'll see if they do it. They have shown some bad fights. They've shown some great ones as well. But for TCM, the safe way to play this is just defensive, split push, wait for late game. And Blueberry Ninja, he's going to waste that RP that was stolen. It is about to run out.
Can you give me a quick callback? I think audio is going a little bit
sure.
Wacko for me.
And welcome back.
All right. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, we're kind of at that slow farming stage of the game. I guess Dire, if they really want to wait, they could wait for the next Aegis as well. But it's gonna be a pretty long wait.
It's fine though. They're farming Next.KZ's jungle. The gold graph keeps on going their way. They keep on getting more items. They have multiple carries. They have a Prophet who now has a Desolator online. Warren is almost up there with the Lone Druid. We saw what happened last fight. You don't want to group up as 5 against Next.KZ. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's the best way for them to come back.
Especially with this fight, Warren needs to focus on, if he's split pushing, he needs to focus on get the Raxus. And or at least make sure that they slowly destroy the tier 3.
The one thing that TCM could do is, I think, just be more aggressive with dewarding and putting wards up in the lanes. We haven't really seen, like, when you have the lanes pushed in as far as they do, you should basically see everything. The ramp area on the bottom lane, well, they have a ward here, so that's the one they have covered. But mid lane has been dewarded. You'd like to see an observer there, maybe an observer up here on the top lane. Basically, you want to know if Next.KZ leave their base. Oh, well, if they're smoked, you'll have enough vision that it's kind of obvious they're missing. And if they're not smoked, you see them coming.
Or you'll know that Reeves is doing that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff should never leave you kind of... It should not catch you by surprise. Especially when you have the gold and the map control that you do right now. And if, for example, Nature's Prophet gets picked off here, and looks like he will, Reeves is just being so patient with this gank. He stood there for like a literal minute. That's a free kill.
It should be. The RP isn't there. Oh, the skewer... God. Will they use it? They don't want to blow the RP, though. And now they're going to force it out. The skewer, I think, was a bit early there. Now they have to use the RP. I think they could have waited, tried to wait for the teleport, then use skewer after doing some additional damage. But they do get the kill. Prophet says, no RP, buyback, Roach time. And they're going to give this one up. Without RP and with the lanes pushed in, they will not contest this.
I mean, Roach will go down so quickly, they could go Roach and even go for a big push down mid or better bot lane here because it's fully exposed. So Radiant says, man, we perhaps made a mistake. Let's push out as much as we possibly can because they can't really challenge it without RP.
They can't. They're just going to have to split push. They need RP. The Mag and the Mag and the Leicester aren't there, and they don't have their out of tower, so getting there is going to be hard. You just have to give it up.
Yep.
And this is cheese.
Yeah, the question is the Dire team going to defend their tier 2 up top? I don't think they need to because they have they could have Prophet TP there as well if they want to, but
they'll defend it. They'll press R, then they'll go bottom.
We're in that Midas.
It's one of those things where to the viewer, it's like, use your Midas, man, but as a player, you have so much else going on. Communicating, looking at the map. Sometimes, especially at this point in the game, it does skip your mind.
It's not fair. It's not fair to always say like that. It looks like Reeves is going to get another kill, and perhaps, pushing him a little bit, perhaps too further away, but...
He just fought back.
Is there going to be any bashes? No bashes.
No, he doesn't have a basher. Yeah, no bashes. No basher? You get no bashes.
I'm expecting there to be a basher at this point in the game, but apparently not.
They have RP in 20 seconds. They're going to need it. And with Glyph, I think they could just barely defend this, but they'll have to blow the Glyph here. And I think if you're TCM, you just accept the glyph. Victor, you back off, and then you look to do this again. The glyph will come soon. The Blink RP will be here. Mags healing up, I think, at base at the moment. 3 heroes come in. There's your Sprout. Oh, no. This bear has an MKB, but he's actually the one who gets sprouted. And the Sprout, the best disable in the game. Apparently, the bear will take a fall once. It can be resummoned. The glyph was used, but Mag was too slow to heal. And they get Rex for free.
Yeah, they do get Rex for free. I mean, that's where you have Venom Wards to at least buy some time. Not to hold it off, but just have anything in the way. They don't. And that's just exactly what I mean. Playing with exposed Raxus against Nature's Prophet and Luna, they could just easily walk in and take it so quickly that you don't even have time to regroup. Magnus was back in the base, but like you said, was healing, and ultimately RP doesn't do much when you don't have the mana to cast it. As
tanky as this Lone Druid Bear works, it's really... As tanky as it looks, it's really not that tanky. They have minus 14 armor between Desolator and Meld. That's enough. That's enough to bring the bear down quickly, especially with Luna having a Butterfly, a Manta, and her aura. We will see an initiation in the jungle, and they're going on Go Audio. There is that basher up that you expected earlier. Go Audio has the cheese. Can he pop it? He will. Now the turnaround. The big man up. There's your Skewer RP, a beautiful one, but where is that bear? It's getting stunned. It's getting hexed. It's not auto-attacking her this time. The RP was stolen. Blueberry Ninja throws 2 up into the air. Now Reeves being spread. Watafka on the way out. He just lost his bear as well. I believe the killing auto attacks gonna swarm in on the fountain. While that's happening, of course, those won't be enough. They're gonna be getting another kill. A teleport forward, I think. Yep, into the fountain. Now looking for some additional kills. Stallcat, that'll be it. Next.KZ, the first team knocked out of Group B. They GG out.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't kill Lone Druid there, but they killed his bear a second time, which is just as good as killing Lone
Druid. Group C, I should say. But yeah, killing the bear twice, that Lone Druid, he's got like 20k net worth on the bear. He does nothing without it.
Man fight between 2 supports.
Not fair. Go Audio comes in, steals the basketball. This is Michael Jordan just jumping in on a kid's pickup game and slam dunking it home as TA steals that kill. Secures the win for her team.
A change of pace between our previous game, but, you know, definitely not the result I expected from the draft. And that goes back to what I said during the pick ban stage. They may pick the same heroes, but they execute it so differently.
Not the most polished performance from Next.KZ. Yeah. Gotta say, I mean, I expected a lot from them just having watched them back in the Western qualifiers, but it's been a long time, it's a new roster, and they clearly have some work to do. Unfortunately, they will be going home for fans of the Kazakhstan players, but oh, that's definitely not the right bracket. Here we go. So it's going to be TCM who move on. AL Academy versus Q Pandas. QPad Pandas coming up next. The winner of that, first place in this group. The loser drops down, where they will be facing TCM Gaming to decide our second place team. But Next.KZ, they're out. And before all is said and done, one more team will fall. I'm LD. He's Lumi. Stay tuned. More action for the We Play Dota 2 League coming up right after this.